was born into a new generation.
I was born into a new generation.
I was born into a new generation.
I was reborn into a new generation.
Generation D.
WorldCom.
Generation D.
Generation D isn't about the country.
It isn't about culture.
It's about attitude.
Ich komme aus Deutschland, from Germany.
Je vis en France.
I come from Indonesia. Saya datang dari Indonesia.
I'm from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
But we speak the same language.
Digital.
And we make it easy to understand.
Want to know about web hosting?
Web hosting.
Web centers.
Global IP VPNs.
You've come to the right generation.
Generation D.
WorldCom.
Generation Digital.
You've come to the right generation.
Generation D.
Howie, have a seat. Listen.
Cool. Just like a movie theater.
RCA Digital Home Theater from Radio Shack.
There's just one thing that's missing. A cup holder.
Enhance your home theater system with the amazing digital picture and sound quality of an RCA single or 5-disc DVD player. Radio Shack. You've got questions. We've got answers.
Honey, did you get paper plates?
Short trips really beat up your engine, but Pennzoil with Pure Base is formulated to protect against the harshness of everyday driving. We can't change the way you have to drive, but we can protect you from it.
What kind of steaks did you get?
That's gotta hurt.
Stop and go. Protection from Pennzoil.
Buy 5 quarts of Pennzoil and a Purelator Premium Oil Filter at Pep Boys and get $3 back by mail.
22 years ago this week, America woke up to a nightmare. 3 Mile Island. Do you know what it was like while we braced for a nuclear meltdown? You will.
The 2 top experts are screaming their lungs out at each other over whether or not the plant is about to blow up.
Beyond every headline, live the stories you've never heard. This Week in History, tomorrow night at 8 on the History Channel.
In the next hour, go inside the high-tech design of the great ships.
This is Janice. How can I help you, Mr. Walker?
Yes, hi. I was having a bad day today.
I've had enough!
I decided that I was going to get in my car and, take a drive. Anyway, I took a wrong turn.
Relax. We'll get you home.
Impala LS with 200 horsepower and, fortunately, OnStar. Chevy Impala. We'll be there.
I chose Fidelity's Power Street because they have some of the hottest technology.
I can't believe he said that.
He chose it because it's from Fidelity Investments.
I like the excitement of online trading.
He likes the security of knowing someone's behind him.
If I'm going to build a portfolio, I need a stock screener, complete view, and map of the market.
If he's going to build a portfolio, he's going to do it with the people who built 1 or 2 themselves.
To invest, call, click, or visit Fidelity.
I love you, too.
From the creator of the award-winning films The Civil War and Baseball comes Jazz, the story of America's music.
The way you wear your hat.
Introducing the best of Ken Burns' Jazz, the soundtrack to the acclaimed PBS series.
The memory of all that.
20 of jazz music's legendary performers,
they can't take that
including Louis Armstrong, Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Dave Brubeck, and Billie Holiday. Plus Duke Ellington, Benny Goodman, Charlie Parker, Count Basie, Sarah Vaughan, and many others. The best of Ken Burns' Jazz. Call now and get the music the critics are calling the greatest recordings of the 20th century. The best of Ken Burns' Jazz. Own the ultimate collection of America's greatest music. Call now.
22 years ago this week, America woke up to a nightmare. 3 Mile Island. Do you know what it was like while we braced for a nuclear meltdown? You will.
The 2 top experts are screaming their lungs out at each other over whether or not the plant is about to blow up.
Beyond every headline, live the stories you've never heard. This Week in History, tomorrow night at 8 on the History Channel.
Where's the best place to find anything about history?
HistoryChannel.com.
Why go anywhere else? It's the site for information about the Civil War, Egypt, the Industrial Age. Any topic, anytime.
It's one small step for man. HistoryChannel.com.
The best search in history.
Now, from the History Channel, you can own the episode you've just seen from the series The Great Ships, part of the history of the world's most remarkable seagoing vessels. Call 1-800-708-1776, and for only $19.95 plus shipping and handling, order the program you've just seen. The story of one of the great ships, which left an exciting and enduring legacy in maritime history. Call 1-800-708-1776.
I don't know, but I've been told.
I don't know, but I've been told.
Basic training is one tough road.
Long hard road, that's what we're told.
The History Channel's got the challenge you seek.
Daughter and Mama's Basic Training Week.
All this week at 10 on the History Channel.
History Alive, brought to you in part by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
You gotta stop right there. Good girl.
Today, I'm giving my daughter her first driving lesson. I'm Howard Simpson, auto insurance expert for Liberty Mutual. Teenagers are more likely to have an accident than anyone else. That's why I volunteer to teach kids road safety long before they get their license.
Let's go, let's go.
Whether it's teaching kids in high school or training professionals, we do whatever it takes to make roads safer.
Liberty Mutual. It's more than insurance. It's insurance in action.
You're never too old to learn.
Before you choose a vacation, ask yourself some questions. For your free vacation kit, call 1-800-SHAMROCK or visit shamrock.org. Ireland, awaken to a different world.
22 years ago this week, America woke up to a nightmare. 3 Mile Island. Do you know what it was like while we braced for a nuclear meltdown? You will.
The two top experts are screaming their lungs out at each other over whether or not the plant is about to blow up.
Beyond every headline, live the stories you've never heard. This Week in History, tomorrow night at 8 on the History Channel.
You finally have a choice. Introducing the all-new Decatur Buick Pontiac GMC. A new dealer, a new attitude. We're not just about low prices or great selection. We're all about customer satisfaction. Come see our full line of Buick, Pontiac, and GMC vehicles. You'll get the very best deal in or out of Atlanta and something extra. A smile. Decatur Buick Pontiac GMC. Nobody wants your business more than we do.
From start to finish.
You're not going to believe the remodel that we have for you today.
See the transformation take place before your very eyes on HGTV's Before and After.
We're never short of wows on this show.
Sunday night at 8, 7 Central on HGTV.
Sponsored locally by the Centricon Termite Colony Elimination System, the only termite protection your house will ever need. Check the Yellow Pages under Pest Control for an authorized Centricon professional.
History Alive, brought to you in part by Lexus.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Un nouveau cabriolet. Très rapide. Très beau. Une merveille de la technologie. Totalement irrésistible. Une voiture qui stoppe le trafic. Le nouveau cabriolet de Lexus. Parlez-vous désir?
I hate thinking about money. So now that my paintings are starting to sell, I'm planning to put mine with Fidelity Investments.
We have something called the Fidelity Funds Manager Program.
Basically, they'll manage a portfolio of mutual funds for me, according to my goals. It'll be like autopilot for my investment. If I'm going to let anyone manage my portfolio of mutual funds, it's going to be Fidelity.
Leave all the work and the worry to us.
Let the people who know what they're doing do it.
Fidelity Funds Manager Program. To invest, call, click, or visit Fidelity.
I was born into a new generation.
I was born into a new generation.
I was born into a new generation.
I was reborn into a new generation.
Generation D.
WorldCom.
Generation D.
Generation D isn't about the country.
It isn't about culture. It's about attitude. Ich komme aus Deutschland. I'm from Germany.
Je vis en France.
I come from Indonesia. Saya datang dari Indonesia. I'm from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
But we speak the same language.
Digital.
And we make it easy to understand.
Want to know about web hosting?
Web hosting.
Web centers.
Global IP VPNs.
You've come to the right generation.
Generation D.
WorldCom.
Generation Digital. You've come to the right generation.
Generation D.
Changed the game of hockey more than any player ever did.
Ted Williams is the John Wayne of sports.
Lawrence Taylor.
I was set up like a mother. Mickey Mantle.
Women threw themselves off of 9-story buildings.
Joe DiMaggio.
He thought his wife should be publicly exposing herself.
Sports Century. Weeknights at 8. Only on ESPN Classic. To get ESPN Classic, call 1-800-CLASSIC today.
When Pam was ready to buy a home, she went to Prudential.com. But buying the right home takes more than point and click. That's where her Prudential Real Estate Professional came in, with expert guidance and technology to make buying a home easier. Tap the strength of the rock in real estate.
Forbes magazine carefully evaluated over 1,000 mutual funds and chose this one to add to its honor roll. The Strong Opportunity Fund. Call 1-800-4STRONG. You're one call away from a strong portfolio.
This company was showing its age, but it discovered a new market opportunity. Alas, its data was locked in systems that were showing their age too. The company feared they would have to replace the systems. Instead, their new software allowed them to quickly transform them. The software is neither humble nor vain with its facelift. Always adaptable and eternally youthful. Enterprise software from Microsoft.
Tonight on the History Channel, unconventional warfare, training indigenous forces, counterinsurgency, extreme missions demand extreme soldiers.
And that's what it's all about, you guys that go and do it.
Get their 6-decade story in a complete history of the Green Berets. Tonight at 8 on the History Channel.
22 years ago this week, America woke up to a nightmare. 3 Mile Island. Do you know what it was like while we braced for a nuclear meltdown? You will.
The two top experts are screaming their lungs out at each other over whether or not the plant is about to blow up.
Beyond every headline, live the stories you've never heard. This Week in History, tomorrow night at 8 on the History Channel.
Because you won. Because the road is unpredictable. Because laughter is contagious. From cover to cover, Biography magazine reveals why every life has a story. In the March issue, Katie Couric. Plus, a look at Oscar-winning actresses, profiles of Robert Redford, the Wright brothers, and more. Biography magazine. Every life has a story. On sale now at your local newsstand.
L'amour m'a trouvé. Le nouveau cabriolet. Il m'appelle. Beau. Magnifique. Une voiture qui hypnotise. cabriolet de Lexus. Parlez-vous désir?
It was 1969. Peace, love, and music were in the air. And these guys?
Anyone see my slide rule?
Were nowhere near it.
Give it a whirl.
They were busy developing what would become the internet. As the internet evolved, so have we. BBN became GTE Internetworking, and today, we're Genuity, providing e-business solutions from the people who started it all. Genuity.
L'amour m'a trouvé. Le nouveau cabriolet. Il m'appelle. Beau. Magnifique. Une voiture qui hypnotise. Le nouveau cabriolet de Lexus. Parlez-vous désir?
No one knows what the future of technology will bring, but we do know Corning will help bring it to you. On a road of pure light, the global optical network. And at its center, Corning, discovering beyond imagination.
I used to make love to my wife.
Whenever we wanted.
It was
Wonderful.
so when I couldn't, I tried to avoid it. I tried to avoid it, but it was a problem.
For both of us. For both of us.
But then I made a call.
And now
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
we're back.
If you or your partner isn't living life to the fullest because of erectile difficulties, there's something you can do. Make this call to get your free confidential information about ED. You'll learn what you can do about it. Get suggestions on how to start a conversation with your doctor. There's even a section that can help determine if you have ED.
Since I made the call,
We're making love again and again.
It can happen for you. Call today for your free confidential information. And see if you can recapture your love life.
22 years ago this week, America woke up to a nightmare. 3 Mile Island. Do you know what it was like while we braced for a nuclear meltdown? You will.
The two top experts are screaming their lungs out at each other over whether or not the plant is about to blow up.
Beyond every headline, live the stories you've never heard. This Week in History, tomorrow night at 8 on the History Channel.
Now you can help manage your diabetes anytime, anywhere. This is Glucerna, an ideal food for people with diabetes. Grab a delicious bar as a snack or have a shake as an occasional meal. Glucerna has the right balance of carbohydrates, fat, and protein, and it's clinically proven to help manage glucose levels. Glucerna is specially formulated to free your mind for other things. Try Glucerna. It's time for a taste of freedom.
Legendary Jeep vehicles continue to receive more and more and more awards. Now it's time to reward you with the Chrysler and Jeep Rewards Program. For a limited time, you can get 0.9% APR financing or a $2,000 cash allowance on both Jeep Grand Cherokee and Cherokee. So reward yourself today. Drive home one of our award winners, and that's better than taking home a trophy. See your Jeep dealer today.
Can't get those disgusting stains out of your kitchen counter? Don't replace it, zap it! Is that tile hallway so dingy and dirty you're ready to rip it out? Don't replace it, zap it! Has your bathroom become so embarrassing you're ready for a remodel? Don't replace it, zap it! Presenting new and improved Zap, the professional strength restorer that's guaranteed to make porcelain, fiberglass, tile and grout, and real metals like brass, copper, and cast iron all look brand new again or your money back. Zap is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Just spray it on, let it sit, and wipe it off. And in just minutes, your surfaces are back like new. Zap is a restorer, not a cleaner. Ordinary cleaners only work on surface dirt. But Zap actually penetrates stains to restore surfaces to their original new shine.
My bathtub was looking so horrible and dingy that I was going to replace it. It was going to cost me $1,500. But I found Zap. All I did was spray it on, wait a few minutes, it restored it to new condition.
Watch as we use Zap on this old brass fixture. In just seconds, it's restored like new. Zap with its fresh wintergreen scent works on toilet bowls, rust, and hard water stains. In fact, Zap is so effective, it's guaranteed to remove any stain from any of these surfaces or your money back.
The bathroom was in such bad shape, we didn't know what to do. I thought I'd have to replace the whole thing. And then I discovered Zap. I sprayed it on, I wiped it off, and there it was, completely restored.
Replacing these surfaces could cost hundreds, even thousands of dollars. But why replace it when you can restore it with new and improved Zap Concentrated Restorer for only $19.95? Call now and we'll also include a free Zap sprayer attachment, a free bottle of Zap Maintainer, plus 2 industrial Zap pads. But that's not all. Call in the next 5 minutes and we'll double your order of Zap absolutely free. Operators are standing by, so call the toll-free number or send check or money order to Zap, Box 1234, Northridge, California, 91328. Remember, call in the next 5 minutes to receive your 2 free bottles of Zap. Order now.
22 years ago this week, America woke up to a nightmare. 3 Mile Island. Do you know what it was like while we braced for a nuclear meltdown? You will.
The 2 top experts are screaming their lungs out at each other over whether or not the plant is about to blow up.
Beyond every headline, live the stories you've never heard. This Week in History, tomorrow night at 8 on the History Channel.
Where's the best place to find anything about history? HistoryChannel.com. Why go anywhere else? It's the site for information about the Civil War, Egypt, the Industrial Age. Any topic, anytime.
It's one small step for man.
HistoryChannel.com. The best search in history.
You may have a turbo. You may even have 227 horses. But if you don't have the control of Subaru all-wheel drive, you can't touch this. The Subaru WRX, here at last. That's the beauty of Subaru all-wheel drive.
Now you be good and do what Grandma and Grandpa say.
We will. We will.
And you, don't spoil them rotten.
We won't. We go again. We go again.
Sure.
Yay!
You don't want that. You want this.
Really? Now, we're not spoiling you, are we? No. Good.
Call 1407-WDisney.
How about a balloon?
And make your dream come true.
Nobody in the world sells more office products to more businesses than Office Depot.
22 years ago this week, America woke up to a nightmare. 3 Mile Island. Do you know what it was like while we braced for a nuclear meltdown? You will.
The 2 top experts are screaming their lungs out at each other over whether or not the plant is about to blow up.
Beyond every headline, live the stories you've never heard. This Week in History, tomorrow night at 8 on the History Channel.
We've got this e-business thing nailed. We know exactly what our customers want. And we streamlined our supply chain so we could get it to them fast.
We're in Belgium.
Our overseas operation.
How do you do it?
Follow me. Now don't freak out. Please. No pictures. You can do anything with the Black Rocket, the e-business network platform from Genuity.
I perform exploratory surgery. When there's been a car accident, every second counts. Clear. I'm Mitch Intinarelli, auto claims expert for Liberty Mutual Insurance. Our claims process begins before the accident at our collision training school. Severity of the damage. It teaches our experts to diagnose what's wrong, to help get you back on the road fast. Clamp.
Liberty Mutual. It's more than insurance. It's insurance in action.
If I can save just one car.
There's something about home runs. The crack of the bat. Watching the ball soar. But sometimes there's something even better. Strategy.
Years ago this week, America woke up to a nightmare. 3 Mile Island. Do you know what it was like while we braced for a nuclear meltdown? You will.
The two top experts are screaming their lungs out at each other over whether or not the plant is about to blow up.
Beyond every headline, live the stories you've never heard. This Week in History, tomorrow night at 8 on the History Channel.
If these walls could talk, would you listen? Get closer to history with Historic Journeys, unique travel experiences for the inquisitive mind, developed exclusively for the History Channel by Far and Wide Travel Corporation. Immerse yourself in the sights and sounds of time. Connect with centuries past. For more information about Historic Journeys, call 1-800-479-0956 or visit historicjourneys.com.
What gives broadband broader impact? Texas Instruments programmable DSP. Technology that allows companies to provide internet access 100 times faster. The hardware and software behind wireless home networks. A digital fountain of youth that you can simply reprogram instead of retool and replace. From the world leader in DSP and analog, Texas Instruments.
Dad, I missed the bus.
Really?
The 911 Carrera, what only a Porsche brings to driving.
Thanks, Dad. Dad.
To see how to harness emerging technologies, visit Accenture.com. Accenture was formerly known as Anderson Consulting. Now it gets interesting.
Who's the perfect host for your e-business applications? Someone who helps you stay cool, calm, and collected. Even when a few million guests decide to drop in. Someone from Generation D. Web hosting from WorldCom, Generation D.
You gotta stop right there. Good girl.
Today, I'm giving my daughter her first driving lesson. I'm Howard Simpson, auto insurance expert for Liberty Mutual. Teenagers are more likely to have an accident than anyone else. That's why I volunteer to teach kids road safety long before they get their license.
Let's go, let's go.
Whether it's teaching kids in high school or training professionals, we do whatever it takes to make roads safer.
Liberty Mutual. It's more than insurance. It's insurance in action.
You're never too old to learn.
22 years ago this week, America woke up to a nightmare. 3 Mile Island. Do you know what it was like while we braced for a nuclear meltdown? You will.
The two top experts are screaming their lungs out at each other over whether or not the plant is about to blow up.
Beyond every headline, Live the stories you've never heard. This Week in History, tomorrow night at 8 on the History Channel.
No other Mercedes-Benz dealership introduces their salespeople on television. But then no other Mercedes-Benz dealership has our people. Atlanta Classic Cars, like no other car, like no other dealership.
Krigman Landscape Group wants to make your home look beautiful, covering all landscaping needs, including both softscape and hardscape. Krigman Landscape Group provides outstanding customer service with quality results. No job is too big for the experts.
I'm Matt Krigman, and your dream yard is just a phone call away, so call us at Krigman Landscape Group.
From design to installation to high-end maintenance, your full-service landscaping company, Krigman Landscape Group.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Un nouveau cabriolet. Très rapide. Très beau. Une merveille de la technologie. Totalement irrésistible. Une voiture qui stoppe le trafic. Le nouveau cabriolet de Lexus. Parlez-vous désir?
This is the hardest thing I've ever done. I mean, these people were like family to me. Remember I met Jeannie at the company picnic?
It was the best thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah, taking the new job was a tough decision. Deciding what to do with my 401k money was another. I didn't want to mess it up. I called T. Rowe Price. You know, you told me about the mutual funds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, they sent me a rollover kit, you know. Took me through it step by step.
Well, made it easy for you.
Yeah, piece of cake.
T. Rowe Price, helping people invest with confidence for over 60 years.
It's gonna be a good job.
Yeah.
Hey, where's Tony? Man, he never misses a game.
Yeah, it's the first time in years.
Honey? Hey, home?
Millions of men are rediscovering their love life, reconnecting with their partners, because they did something about their erectile difficulties. If you or someone you love isn't living life to the fullest because of ED, call now for this free, confidential information. You'll get the facts about ED and learn what you can do about it. Discover the truths and myths. There's even a section that can help determine if you have ED.
Tony? You think Tony's watching the game at home?
You're wonderful.
Reignite your love life. Call for your free information today. 22 years ago this week, America woke up to a nightmare. 3 Mile Island. Do you know what it was like while we braced for a nuclear meltdown? You will.
The two top experts are screaming their lungs out at each other over whether or not the plant is about to blow up.
Beyond every headline, live the stories you've never heard. This Week in History, tomorrow night at 8 on the History Channel.
Every day, AmeriDebt helps more people with money problems.
My credit card debt was outrageous. Then I called AmeriDebt. They contacted my creditors and got my payments almost cut in half.
AmeriDebt is a nonprofit organization that offers free consultations to consumers seeking to eliminate their debt.
Every month I pay our credit card bills, but the balances never seem to get smaller.
AmeriDebt got our interest rates reduced, and now the balances are dropping dramatically.
Join the thousands of people who have turned their financial lives around. Call 1-800-354-3400.
Can you tell the difference between these contact lenses? They're the same brand, the same prescription, but this lens costs 50% less and can be delivered right to your home. That's the Lens Express difference. Save on all brand name contacts like AccuView, Bausch & Lomb, Wesley Jessen, Vision, and others. With Lens Express, you can replace your contacts and save. Call now for your free Lens Express catalog.
22 years ago this week, America woke up to a nightmare. 3 Mile Island. Do you know what it was like while we braced for a nuclear meltdown? You will.
The two top experts are screaming their lungs out at each other over whether or not the plant is about to blow up.
Beyond every headline, live the stories you've never heard. This Week in History, tomorrow night at 8 on the History Channel.
Not far from the breathtaking beaches and thrilling attractions, there exists an entire Florida just waiting to be found. Crystal clear freshwater springs, ancient forests, historic landmarks, places that inspire discovery, exploration, and adventure. Discover a new Florida on your next vacation. Call now for your free Florida vacation guide so you can start planning today.
In 2001, discover a part of Central Florida where the spirit is always poised for a launch. And the stage is always set for an odyssey. Call now for your free visitor guide and travel planning kit from Kennedy Space Center. We'll get you closer.
Lucky Termites. Think this is a free lunch? It's not. Call 1-800-TERMINEX for our termite baiting program with a lifetime protection plan. Termites, enjoy your last meal. For a free inspection, call 1-800-TERMINEX.
When the kids moved out, the Knapps were ready to make a move of their own. That's where a Prudential real estate professional came in, with expert guidance, smart technology, and worldwide exposure for their home. Tap the strength of the rock in real estate.
Going straight too far from my lonely heart. Never forget, my love, that you're still my man.
VTech, it's all the talk.
When you're tuned into global and local markets like we are, you gain a certain perspective. That perspective is reflected in Franklin Templeton's diverse range of over 100 funds. There's one to match your style, no matter what that is today. Franklin Templeton Investments. Gain perspective.
We got to target a new online customer. Consumers who never change their minds and choose gifts with 100% accuracy.
So there's no returns.
Bingo. I called them laser beamers.
And exactly how many of these laser beamers have you found?
4. But that's just in the U.S.
E-returns are inevitable. Now UPS has automated the process, making it quicker and easier, so we can help change merchandise as fast as people change their minds. UPS, moving at the speed of business.
Tonight on the History Channel, unconventional warfare, training indigenous forces, counterinsurgency, extreme missions demand extreme soldiers.
That's what it's all about, you know, guys that go and do it.
Get their 6-decade story in a complete history of the Green Berets. Tonight at 8 on the History Channel. 22 years ago this week, America woke up to a nightmare. 3 Mile Island. Do you know what it was like while we braced for a nuclear meltdown? You will.
The two top experts are screaming their lungs out at each other over whether or not the plant is about to blow up.
Beyond every headline, live the stories you've never heard. This Week in History, tomorrow night at 8 on the History Channel.
Daddy, can I have some cheese?
Sure, honey.
This is my friend Mr. Giggles. He wants a piece too.
Mr. Giggles, huh?
Yeah, he really wants some.
Well, Mr. Giggles, why don't you go get a job so you can buy your own cheese?
Oh, I see you met Mr. Giggles.
Ah, the power of cheese.
We think you need to integrate your global supply chain,
Move assembly overseas.
and accelerate inventory velocity.
Great. Do it. Sir, we don't actually do what we propose. We just propose it.
UPS can help redesign your supply chain and make it work. From managing your logistics to financing your inventory, we deliver more than just packages.
Can you believe that, Ken?
UPS, moving at the speed of business.
When you've helped generations of investors chart their long-term success, you gain a certain perspective. That perspective is reflected in Franklin Templeton's range of growth funds. There's one to fit your needs, however they may be growing. Franklin Templeton Investments. Gain perspective.
1935. The year the first Suburban was introduced, was a simpler time. Unless, of course, you locked your keys in the car. In that case, the simpler time would be now.
OnStar, how can I help you?
Yeah, I locked my keys in the car.
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
It's the best Suburban yet. The new Chevy Suburban, like a rock.
You finally have a choice. Introducing the all-new Decatur Buick Pontiac GMC. A new dealer, a new attitude. We're not just about low prices or great selection. We're all about customer satisfaction. Come see our full line of Buick, Pontiac, and GMC vehicles. You'll get the very best deal in or out of Atlanta and something extra. A smile. Decatur Buick Pontiac GMC. Nobody wants your business more than we do.
This is my wife. Pleased to meet you. And this is little Dougie Jr. Dougie Jr.
You're the boss? You must have a big TV.
Well, I have a few.
Do you have a satellite dish or AT&T digital cable?
I have a dish.
Then you can't get local channels unless you pay more.
I can't.
No, and you bought all expensive equipment when you could use the cable you already had.
I did?
Yeah. How'd you get to be boss?
AT&T digital cable. It's smarter.
When it comes to cutting jobs, finding the right tool when you need it can be a job in itself. That's why you need the Craftsman Professional AccuCut 3-in-1 cutter, only from Sears. There's never been a cutter like this. The convenience of 3 tools in one, plus a stainless steel blade, make the AccuCut combination cutter a basic for any home toolbox. Its blade-to-anvil action cuts through tough household materials cleanly and easily. It sure beats handsaws or utility knives when you're cutting dowels, vinyl flooring, or pruning shrubs and flowers in the backyard. Like other Craftsman hand tools, the AccuCut combination cutter helps you work smarter, not harder, and it's guaranteed forever. Retract the anvil, and this versatile tool becomes a razor-sharp utility knife, just right for slicing carpet, upholstery, and scoring drywall. Its titanium-coated wire cutter works on most types of wire, too, including solid, braided, Romex, steel, copper, and more. Now there's one powerful tool that does it all. Clips plastic, slices through cardboard, and cuts wire as easy as 1, 2, 3. Just $29.99. The AccuCut 3-in-1 cutter is a convenient and versatile household tool. Whether you're a working professional or a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find it perfect for crafts, home improvement projects, and of course, last-minute repairs. Call now to order yours. Soft grip handles make it easy and comfortable for anyone to use. And replacement blade storage in the handle means it's ready when you are, giving you clean, accurate cuts every time. When you're finished, simply slide the lock into place and it stores away safely. The AccuCut 3-in-1 cutter is another example of how Craftsman makes anything possible. And its versatility means you'll always have the right tool for the job. Call now to order the AccuCut 3-in-1 cutter. Sears, the good life at a great price, guaranteed.
Call 1-800-714-5566 to order your Craftsman Professional AccuCut 3-in-1 cutter today. 1-800-714-5566.
22 years ago this week, America woke up to a nightmare. 3 Mile Island. Do you know what it was like while we braced for a nuclear meltdown? You will.
The 2 top experts are screaming their lungs out at each other over whether or not the plant is about to blow up.
Beyond every headline, live the stories you've never heard. This Week in History, tomorrow night at 8 on the History Channel. These movies tell you one story. We'll tell you what really happened. At the Movies on History's Mysteries. Begins Tuesday, April 10th at 8 p.m. on the History Channel.
Now, from the History Channel, you can own the episode you've just seen from the series The Great Ships, part of the history of the world's most remarkable seagoing vessels. Call 1-800-708-1776, and for only $19.95 plus shipping and handling, order the program you've just seen. The story of one of the great ships, which left an exciting and enduring legacy in maritime history. Call 1-800-708-1776.
Tonight on the History Channel, they are the best of the best.
You'll be exposed to pain and punishment.
From surviving Hell Week to surviving war.
Only the dead have seen the end of war.
From underwater to outer space.
There is nothing that another human being has done that I can't.
The complete history of the Navy SEALs, narrated by Tom Selleck. Tonight at 10 on the History Channel.
Some folks call it a lawn. Some call it a yard. But it's really more than that. It's a piece of your life with a life all its own. Sometimes a playground. Sometimes a ball field. Always a gathering place. So how do you care for a piece of land that will be in your family a long time? With a piece of equipment that will also be there. Cub Cadet isn't like other tractors. It's better made, and it's dependable and lasts for years. Cub Cadet builds its lawn and garden tractors with solid steel drive shafts, welded steel frames, and cast iron front axles. And we back them with a 5-year limited warranty. Call us to find out more about the complete line of Cub Cadets in the name of a dealer near you. Call today and get 0% financing for 6 months. Cub Cadet. It's simply the best tool for your piece of the planet.
This weekend only, it's Heritage Cadillac Oldsmobile's $5 million inventory disposal event. Used vehicles from distribution points across the country have been shipped to one location, Heritage Cadillac Oldsmobile, for this once-a-year used car disposal event. Sedan DeVille start at just $18,995, and hundreds of used cars are priced from just $79.95. $5 million inventory disposal event through Saturday, only at Heritage Cadillac Oldsmobile in Morrow.
There are moments when time stands still, when history unfolds, when the world is bound by the magnificence of one singular event. This is WrestleMania, where moments echo through the ages and memories are indelibly etched in the annals of time. WrestleMania, the showcase of the immortals. Live Sunday, April 1st on pay-per-view.